What does it mean to store up treasures in heaven? Jesus tells us to do this in the book of Matthew. And many have interpreted this to mean that somehow we're collecting certificates redeemable in heaven's gift shop, that there's going to be some sort of spiritual loot that we are gathering when we hit the pearly gates, that we earn crowns and square footage or some sort of extra level as we level up like in a video game. Is that the gospel message? Is it grace, 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 and then suddenly works at the end of the age as we enjoy some upper tier of heaven that others don't experience? That is not what Jesus meant by storing up treasures. He was simply talking about a heavenly perspective, a heavenly mindset versus having that earthly mindset. Let's think on things that matter. Let's do things that have eternal value, that stand the test of time. Let's bear the fruit of the Spirit. This is what Jesus was referring to. It's exactly like when the Apostle Paul says, set your mind on things above where Christ is seated and where you are seated at the right hand of God. Let's have a heavenly mindset, a spiritual perspective about everything that's happening here on earth. God is not competing with your retirement fund. And when it comes to giving, we're told to give freely, from the heart, not under any pressure, because God loves a cheerful giver. So don't imagine that you're trying to give enough money away to collect enough money later in heaven. Don't imagine that you're trying to perform enough works for God so that you can collect all these heavenly prizes decades from now. That is not reality. And the motivating factor in the Christian life is that you've got a new heart and a new spirit and God's Spirit living in you. You have obedience etched on the lining of your spiritual core, the very center of your being. You want to obey and you want to express Jesus, not to earn something later, but to benefit from Him and His life in you right here and right now.